Do you see Apple as an underdog in this? Is that the right way to think about it?
Well, it certainly is in terms of the content creation, even though they have very big names on the content producers, Steven Spielberg, Oprah Winfrey, Jennifer Aniston, J.J. Abrams. They've got a really great cast of people producing for them. The shows are unknown, and you don't know whether they're going to play or not, and they don't really have a library to sort of drive people to their service. On the other hand, they have a lot of devices, and they have a lot of opportunity to introduce people. And for $5 a month, the cost of a cappuccino, maybe people will give it a try, see what these shows are really about. So they have a worldwide reach that they can get to, but they're definitely lagging the marketplace. They've got a long way to go to fight with a Netflix or even a Disney that has tremendous content.
One of the conversations we were having earlier in the show is the fact that the landscape's getting so crowded with all these services that have launched, the services that are coming, and that maybe perhaps it's getting confusing or even it's poised to get expensive for consumers. Is that the case? Is it going to be more confusing for consumers?
Absolutely. It's going to be more confusing. And one thing I want to point out, consumers don't just watch studios. They watch programs. And they want the programs. And so now if they have to go to 7 or 8 different streaming services to get the programs they want, there's going to be a lot of disruption in this marketplace. There's going to be billions of dollars spent to try to attract those the subscribers. And it's this is just a major change in the media market and who are going to be winners. Look, there are going to be multiple winners. And what does an Apple really need to do? They're looking to do 100 million subscribers in the next 4 years, something like that, $5 a month, $6 billion on a $250 billion, revenue stream. It's a little tiny bit, but it really is the start for them in an area that they don't have the expertise. But now they have the iTunes, so they have music, they have podcasts, they have TV. Are they going to split those up? Are they going to offer them as a bundled package to their device users across all their devices and all the other ones that they're going to access? That's a really good question. I think they're going to have to find their way through that because they haven't really announced what they're going to do with that.
Well, what's more likely in your mind, a bundle like that or having to buy a library of their own?
Buying a library of their own will be very difficult because now the studios all have their own. Disney has theirs, AT&T.
It's snapped up, and it's gotten expensive.
Very expensive, and they can afford it. They can afford the expense of it, but what does it really bring to them? The streaming revenue, people want to see in the public marketplaces anyway today, people want to see reoccurring revenue. I think Apple is going to be pushed more and more to find streaming revenue and reoccurring revenue in addition to their devices. I think they're going to be pushed in that direction.
So if you were Apple, what would you do? You've been an entrepreneur in this space.
Yeah.
You think outside the box. Apple is already determined to offer this, not just on its own platforms, but on Samsung TVs. Right. They're starting to hint at a wider play. If you were running this business for Apple right now, would you tell them to bundle it all together? What?
Well, I think I would have options. The consumer today wants all kinds of options. And I would say that they should get a bundled service together. Make it simple for an Apple device user or a device user of Roku or something else that they're going to be available through, Samsung, etc. Make it easy for the person to get not only Apple Plus, but the music and the podcasts, which they're trying to build a marketplace in more aggressively. Make it easy for them to get it at one place. Or if people only want one, let them split it off if they want to. But I'll bet most people will buy that as a bundled package. It won't be very expensive at all. And I think people, would prefer that because there aren't just these 4 or 5 major streaming services out there. There are dozens of them. And, when you look at Disney and you look at Disney Plus and you look at ESPN Plus, and, it starts to add up. And really the average buyer today has maybe 4 of these services. Maybe they'll have 6, but they're not going to have 20 different bundle services for everything that they want. The consumer is going to be confused in this marketplace. That's why I say a lot is good. The interesting play may be on the I'd put on the outside rail in a race is maybe the universal package because it's not going to cost. It's going to be advertising supported. So I think they're looking at it as added plus to what they're already offering. So that was an easy thing for people to subscribe to because they aren't paying additional money for it.
Yeah.
So I think it's just, you got to wonder what's going to happen to the cable operator. Now, their broadband revenue has surpassed their video revenue already. We saw that coming. I mean, you could see that was going to happen. With 5G, now what's going to happen? And so that's another, there's so many changes in the marketplace right now. It's chaos is going to reign for a while. And as an entrepreneur, I love chaos because there's all kinds of opportunities in chaos.